It's time to get casually uncomfortable. News Edition with your host, Chuck Jerome. Viewer discretion is advised. And welcome to the show. It is Wednesday, just like you heard. Damn. Hope you're having fun. Hope you're being positive. Hopefully you are getting shit done. All right? Because I know I am. Maybe not enough. Definitely a little bit more. But shit's getting done. All right, let's get into the news because that is what you are here for. So this first article, I had to go back and kind of find out what was going on. This happened actually last year. This officer in Kentucky, they got a call about a woman saying she was suicidal. She had just, got into some problems, was, going through a breakup with her boyfriend, just sitting in the car. Cops pull up, yada, yada, yada. They pull her out of the car. Ma'am, I don't feel safe. You seem to be acting crazy. That's how the officers get you. They antagonize you. Since they don't get to have any fun, they push buttons. And it's a slick and sly way. And I don't give a fuck who you are because we all push buttons. Just because a motherfucker puts on a uniform doesn't make that motherfucker a motherfucker. Okay? And plus, I wanted to be a cop. All through high school, I did ride-alongs. And I got to see the little inner workings of the police department. Just like with any job, if you don't want to do extra paperwork, you're going to find a way not to do that extra paperwork. I've gone on plenty of ride-alongs where they found some weed on the people, like a good amount of weed. And instead of going to their car, getting the paperwork, doing that, arresting people or detaining them just to try and figure it out, guess what? They make that motherfucker take the weed over to the drain and dump it. And then guess what? Get the fuck on out of here. So yeah, shady shit can happen. They can push your buttons. And that's kind of what they did with her. Oh, man, we got a call about, this and that. Well, I'm fine. Well, you don't seem fine. You're getting agitated. Why are you getting that? Like, motherfucker, you just ran up on me, with a bunch of fucking craziness. I'm just sitting here relaxing. I'm already having a shitty day. So they pull her out the car, and, they're being a little rough. You can see in the video. And then you hear a snap. The motherfucker broke her arm. Snap that bitch. And when I say snapped it, you could hear it. Like I'm watching the video and you just hear, I'm like, oh, that wasn't a fucking Kit Kat bar. That was her whole ass arm. So I just hope she gets some just compensation. They're all amped up. I haven't got to arrest her or put anybody in a fucking figure 4 leg lock in a couple weeks. So the first person you see, you're going to be ready to suplex and spin kick and all kinds of shit. And then they went back in time to look at more patterns from this officer. And in 2014, he was having a chat with other officers and made a joke. Yeah, I violate every policy. And you know what? There's people out there that do that. You think just police officers are going to be perfect, upstanding citizens? No, they're human fucking beings like me and you. So they're going to want to cut corners and be shady. So it's going to happen. But hopefully more comes out. This shit like that, suing stuff. They'll drag that shit on until they hope that you just expire. We'll just drag it out for years. Hopefully they'll piss someone else off. That's how they probably look at it. Hey, and again, welcome to the show. This is Casually Uncomfortable news edition that only happens on Wednesday. And I'm Chuck Jerome, sitting at home, doing my thing all alone. But let me ask you this. Where were the cops during that Phillies baseball game when that bitch took the baseball from that little kid? Dad went over, got the ball. The woman wasn't fast enough. Let me tell you something. Number one, you're in Philly. When someone says that, that entitles anybody to be punched. Anybody. You ever been to a Phillies game? Listen, someone is amped up. Any Phillies game. I don't care. Baseball, basketball, football. They're ready to fuck something up. I've been to Philly a few times. Listen, I was driving through downtown Philly, and there was a cop on the bike, and that son of a bitch was yelling at people in the car. He's pedaling down the road, yelling at people. Hey, keep it moving. I'm like, damn, this is it. Philly, they ain't fucking around. But if I go and pick up the baseball and give it to my kid, and that woman just runs up behind the father, it kind of startles him. You see it. And she just goes on and just fucking nagging. And the dad was like, you know what? I probably got to deal with this bullshit at home. Here, take the ball and get the fuck out of my face. Now, I don't know if that guy was a true Philadelphian because that woman didn't get uppercutted to the ground floor. You run up on me and my kids, and we got cameras everywhere? Shit, bitch, that's your fault. Man. And then the father said, fuck it, take the ball. You know why? Because the father probably knew karma would be 10 times as dangerous. So now the woman got the ball, right? She bullied her way into getting a ball that she wasn't even close to. Like, it was near her, but the motherfucker got it before her. Now she done lost her job. The fucking United States hates her. You think she's going to be able to get a job anywhere? She's going to have to fucking move to the West Coast. Could you imagine? What did you get fired from your other? Wait a minute. Why do you look familiar? And then their eyes widen and they go, you're that bitch from the Phillies game. And they go, you know what? You're not getting a fucking job here. Get out of here. And the dad got the football for the kid. Sorry, the baseball. Whose birthday it was. Like, I guess it was the kid's birthday in like a couple days or whatever. But hey, you go out a few days ahead of time before the birthday. That's when you got time. And then this one single bitch ruined that kid's party. Their experience to a game for their birthday. The team, they came down, gave the kid a little goodie bag, and this, that, and the other. I mean, that is really cool. But you know what's not cool? That woman. She's fucked. Maybe I should do an episode and find out people who have done shit like this, what happened to their lives. Because people don't fuck with people that mess with kids. Like, no. Even the nastiest, filthiest fucking criminals don't play around with that kind of shit. No women, no children. They'll beat you to death and fucking leave you there for a week in the fucking corner of your prison cell. Some say the dad did the right thing. Some say he did the wrong thing. But guess what? Honestly, either way would have been fair, and those kids would have had a perfect learning experience. Don't fuck with people. Leave people alone. I don't know what, sort of entitlement people have. It's gotten out of control. Way out of control. We need to bring back mutual combat. I've been saying this since the inception of this podcast. 4.5 years I've been saying that. Bring back mutual combat. You got a problem, I got a problem. Let's take it outside, duke it out. Someone gets their ass whooped, and you probably become the best of friends after that. That's how that shit happens. What in the hell are we doing, folks? What's going on in the United States right now? The Department of War? Okay, I get it. He's trying to, make America great again and take that shit back. And I had to do a little research. Apparently, the U.S. Department of War was the cabinet department from 1789 to 1947. And then they changed it, and it evolved to the Department of Defense. And now it's 2025, and we're going back to the Department of War. That just sounds like we're not going to ask any more questions. We're just taking whatever the fuck we want. And this is supposed to be more of peace through strength. Okay, we'll see how this goes. You're bringing something back that, I can only imagine what kind of shady shit they were doing back in 1789. Man, the racism was just on point. There was no pussyfooting around. They said what they were going to say, and they meant every fucking syllable. I don't know. I don't truly understand the change. Just that it sounds dangerous. It doesn't sound inviting. It doesn't sound like, hey, we want to help. It sounds like we want to fucking strong arm you. And if you don't listen, we're going to hit you in the head, whatever country you are, in the middle of the night, and then go on about our day. So we'll see. We shall see. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to be. Shit might get a little more intense. So my thing is probably just seriously start leaving people alone. Because once they start doing this, the Department of War will enact some shit, and it'll just be martial law throughout each state. And then each state will be able to govern their own shit. And then that's when shit gets nasty. They'll be like, you know what? This is war times, and there's curfews. So get your ass inside. And then when crazy shit like this happens, the universe always finds a way to say, hey, we got to shift it around a little bit. And what I'm talking about is Drewski. Listen, that man is hilarious. Sometimes, for the most part, he's hilarious. Sometimes he can be a little too fucking much. Sometimes he reminds me of that cousin that plays around a little too much. Like, motherfucker, you're lucky you a big dude. I'd whoop your ass. Nah, I wouldn't be like that because I'm a big dude too. I'd be whooping some ass. I'm just saying, most people, that's the big cousin that can throw his weight around and be like, yeah, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? That's the motherfucker holding you down with one hand because he's older than you. What you gonna do? Bitch. But yeah, if you saw what he did, he went to this NASCAR event and he dressed up like a white dude. And it was very convincing. It wasn't the type of racism that you honestly would be like, man, that's more of a caricature of a black person. And the thing is, it was solid. He was able to fool a bunch of people and not go completely over the top. Like he wasn't. Okay, the only way I can explain it is his counterpart from 2008, which was Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder. And I talk to my buddy about this all the time. I remember we went to go see that movie. There it is. You see the people, then you see Downey Jr. I'm like, dude, there's only one. And he ain't on this poster. You watch the movie, he's the black dude in it. I don't know about you, but I didn't hear a lot about Robert Downey Jr. doing blackface. He's the only one who everybody has gone, you know what? He did such a damn good job, and it wasn't over the top, that we're going to let it slide. We're not even going to fucking worry about it. I didn't see or hear one black person say anything super bad about it. They said, damn, I didn't even know that was RDJ. And then fast forward years later, a black guy does white, not even face, white body, white everything. Fools so many people. And you know a good portion of them people at that show were racist as fuck. And they got his approval because they didn't even fucking know. So I think this is that instance where, listen, this shit right here can fucking save the world. It can heal a lot. There needs to be a Drewski RDJ show or fucking clip or something. They need to do this. They need to make it happen. It would help the world a lot. It would be like, damn, this is a happy place. We can have a good time. We can just make some jokes and not be just full on fucking racist. But here's the problem. Like I said, nobody batted an eye when Robert Downey Jr. did it. But now that this black guy did whiteface, I've noticed people are pissed. The internet's divided. Dude, 2008, the internet wasn't like that. The internet didn't give a fuck. People didn't give a fuck. Now everybody's just fucking pussies. And you can't say they're not. Listen, I have steadily seen the pussification of the United States. And it's only getting worse. Everybody's turning into a little bitch. And then, days later, a white guy who looked like Drewski in whiteface comes out and says, damn, that was good. I thought that was me, brother. Listen, I'm coming out to this NASCAR event, and I would be honored if you show up dressed up as you are, because damn it, that would be great. I hope he does it. I hope Drewski does it. I hope this is just a time for the United States to be like, look, we are fucked right now. We need a little happiness. And if it's, got to be slightly racist, fuck it. Someone will enjoy it. Someone will hate it. That's life. But, we got the Department of War. Let's go back to that. Like, what the fuck? Nothing sounds happy about that. That sounds terrifying. That sounds like every second of any day, Trump has someone sitting there with their finger on the button. If they do this, hit that button. We're going to fucking level that shit out. So thanks, Drewski. We'll see how this goes. I want to see if he does that NASCAR event. And the security would be, mwah. They ain't going to let nobody fucking do anything to him. You imagine the people just whooping someone's ass, that one racist guy, because he's like, oh, I don't like this. Then they just beat his ass right there on TV. We'll see. We'll see in a few days or weeks or whenever that NASCAR event is. Honestly, I don't know what I want them to legalize first. Psilocybin or cannabis. Because I've done both. That's all I've done. I will not be doing anything extra. First of all, now I'm too old for that shit. But psilocybin, if you've ever done mushrooms and had a positive experience, you know that that can potentially last weeks into your life after doing them. Positively weeks into your life. And I looked this up and it said, yes, there are active discussions and legal actions regarding the rescheduling of psilocybin. And this took place on August 11th, 2025. The Drug Enforcement Administration formally sent a request to the Department of Health and Human Services to conduct a scientific and medical review of psilocybin. First of all, motherfuckers, the two things that I just said, psilocybin, mushrooms, and fucking weed are things you can find that the good Lord has given us. Okay? Nobody's cooking that shit up in a fucking lab anywhere. Nobody's cross-contaminating drugs. No, these are naturally occurring motherfucking things in the wild. And guess what? How do I feel bad about this? Oh, don't do that. They've been doing this shit for years. Years. You think when Columbus came over here, those motherfuckers weren't zooted? No, they see a problem. They take a couple hits of some fucking marijuana, eat a couple mushrooms, and now they are warriors. They can see the universe for what it is. They can move at lightning speed. Maybe that's a good character. I'm going to work on something like that. But that is, I don't know. And I always love when people are so, self-fucking righteous. Like, no, I don't do that. Well, fucking good for you. Nobody fucking asked you. Oh, I don't do drugs. Well, you're looking at it wrong. Because I'm telling you, it might calm your bitch ass down. No, I don't like I don't like the way it makes me feel. Well, you're fucking miserable now, so maybe you should try something else. Alcohol will fucking destroy your liver. No, why I got fucking liver and kidney failure? Because you're fucking drinking a whole bottle every other night. Take a couple hits and some marijuana and then fucking calm down. And think about this. The amount of bullshit drugs that we put in our systems that if you look at the fucking labels, you can't even say the word. You have to Google it. You don't even know what the fuck is going on. No, you got any ibuprofen? Dude, fucking suck it up. Drink a cup of water and sit the fuck down. No, my tummy hurts. Get some water, sprinkle some salt in there. You're probably dehydrated. You need to get your electrolytes up. You know how many people I know? They're like, yeah, I only drink water once a week. I'm like, you're going to die. Like, get your water up, bitch ass. And this is real shit. This is real shit, baby. And then I found another article that says certain psilocybin mushrooms may do more than alter the consciousness. Scientists have reported that psilocybin not only extends the lifespan of aging mice, but also delays cellular aging in human cells. Like I said, if they can pump you full of drugs that you don't even know what you're putting in your body versus some shit that'll help you stay alive and safer longer. Look, they're in the business of making money. And if they're not making the money properly, they're going to ban that shit. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And this is going to be the last article. Speaking of banning shit, what they're going to start doing now is in doctors' offices, they're going to be banning social media. This article, this medical staff at this urgent care started doing social media videos, fucking TikToks, after the patients left of, that piece of paper that they pull out over the table. Well, if you're in there at the doctor's office, you're hoping that, hey, they just pull that piece of paper down, throw it away, and then have the new one, ready to go. Well, what they were doing was, after the patient would leave, they'd take videos and dance around the paper if it had like secretions or whatever, bodily fluids on it. They're like, hey, we had another customer. And they're like dancing around it, and it looks fucking nasty. I don't know why people think that's cool. I've never thought about doing some wild shit like that. You are incriminating yourself. There's video, there's audio, undeniable proof that is whoever that is. And guess what? Whoever took that video got fired. Other people are getting fired, reprimanded, and hey, I don't feel bad for him. You're a fucking adult at a job where you understand that you're going to be dealing with bodily fluids all fucking day. That's why I would never work in a hospital. No way. Hey, Chuck, we're going to need you to clean up this puke. No thanks. So now, anywhere anybody goes, they're going to be watching the doctors and nurses for any type of phones. And guess what? Now those people are going to be internet famous if they have their phone out more than 2 seconds and the phone ain't pointed down. People are going to be tired of that shit because you're violating HIPAA at that point. Only thing they needed to do is probably have a picture of the person next to it. Like they put a headshot of the person on the paper. Like, hey, this was them. Like that would be the only other thing that could happen. And I believe that they would probably do some shit like that, just thinking they were being funny. So, damn, you can't even go to the doctors in peace. Be careful out there, folks, please. There's some wild motherfuckers out there. All right, I'm getting out of here. This was, I don't know, I got angry, I got happy, I was all over the place today. I could feel it. But it's over. And we're going to get through the rest of this week and the weekend, and we'll do it all again next week. Don't forget Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, where all the episodes in full are, so you can watch it there. Casually Uncomfortable. Twitter at Casually Unchuck. Just let your friends know. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Be safe, have fun, have a great weekend, and don't be a piece of shit.